But even if you lose a matchup, and I really don't have any thoughts. I don't play either of these characters high enough to really know. And you can never really know. But what I'm trying to say in a long-winded way is that if you feel good about a matchup, that's a great feeling. If you think, hey, I'm playing Sheik, that's nice. Even if it's Drephen, that helps a lot. So,
yeah, I think, I mean, the obvious thing that makes this matchup interesting is, like, even right now, MOF being down to solo climber isn't all that terrible, because single grab still equates to a pretty substantial punish. Like, you have to hard DI out for that, like we just saw from Drephen. But it doesn't, like, completely eliminate, you know, solid grab follow-ups like this, especially off whiff.
Yeah, absolutely. The down throw is the big thing, like you kind of alluded to, and it matters a lot, even if you're a solo climber. Is going to be hard to recover from this situation. I'm expecting, an F tilt. But, you know, 70% hard down smash can knock her off stage, and then her recovery isn't great unless you do that. Yeah,
I want to say on Battlefield, too, you can probably see if there's no mash out. I don't know if Drephen's a masher in terms of when he gets grabbed, but MOF can probably go for down throw charged up smash as early as like 90 or 100 and probably kill on this stage.
I don't know if you know this, but Sheik's forward air is a pretty good move.
It's all right. I mean,
I think like 8 times there, both on Nana and Popo, just decimating them. And man, every time I see it, I just think the frame data, the auto canceling, just obviously if the short hop angle could be different, sometimes it'd be better, but it's a nice move in melee.
Nice double up air there. Yeah, okay, Drephen's catching on to the dash dance grab now from MOF, so he's going to kind of have to figure out a mix-up to his timing if he wants to kind of get these punishes while the other climber is still alive.
Yeah, absolutely. MOF ended up missing that edge guard situation, rolls a bit late and doesn't get the follow-up, and what looked like maybe an overextension by Drephen, and that's the kind of stuff that if you can't capitalize on it, makes it a lot harder to get the set, but
yeah, shield stab the top of his head with that forward air, and then just picks it up with the second one. Drephen, sizable lead.
And then, of course, Nana with the immediate taunt out of spawn, which doesn't help things from a tilt perspective. You start the taunt down to and think, okay, well, maybe don't taunt right while we're invincible, please, but you know, can't let it get to you.
Yeah, good patience out of MOF there to, you know, he saw the spot dodge coming this time from Drephen, but spacing was a little bit awkward, and this is a tough one, Tough mountain to climb for solo climber. Not impossible, but Drephen definitely catching on to how MOF had been kind of like dash dance grab, jockeying for position, and like really trying to look for his punishes, and, you know, Drephen only needs a few hits to really make the stock happen.
Absolutely, and it seemed like MOF was really struggling to find those grabs generally. I think you can kind of enter a bit of a state where, like, if you've been baited, like if they're trying to bait out a grab and punish it too often, you can start to like not go for grabs enough. So I'm not saying that's necessarily happening here, but like it can start to happen, and you don't want to lose confidence in one of your best tools. But really strong up tilts on the platform there. Down smash. Yeah, Sheik is a good character, honestly. I really, I know this doesn't get talked about. This is not like an amazing matchup for her, and it's certainly not the reason why Drephen is winning. But I like a lot of Sheik's tools, and I think even in a matchup like this, it can be very powerful, especially with Laurel not being a factor.
Interesting note from production that we actually just received is that this is the first Xanadu of this modern, I guess, online era, if you will, with Drephen as the first seed for this event.
Yeah. Well, Drephen has been performing quite well at these events, so you know, if you've been following it, it's not super surprising actually. Very, very solid player overall.
Sure, and he can probably pick up the kill here. Yeah, just waits for the tech. That's the Drephen classic.
Yeah, I'm really, really impressed with Drephen's neutral game so far. There have been moments where, like this one, where MOF is kind of steadily controlling center stage and saying, you know, kind of come in, and Drephen's really patient, waits for the right moments, and for the most part, outside of that one little slip up there, has been just kind of finding chip damage, you know, little safe pokes here and there.
Yeah, and that's what gets tough, especially in this matchup because the climbers start to look for like just wave dash and down smash and stuff like that, and Drephen being kind of like a pattern recognition type player, definitely understanding when MOF is looking to, you know, the 50-50, the hit versus the grab.
Oh, absolutely. And I think one of the things too that I like from Drephen, and you know, something that people can kind of take home in their own games, is like he does a lot of kind of empty movement to bait stuff out. Like you'll notice he'll do like a jump and like a double jump and then like another jump and just, or like just a fair or something that's very safe. And it's really just trying to look for these really small openings to separate the climbers and get, you know, 20-30% and just winning that kind of attrition war that we talked about in the Fox set. And then now using invincibility to close it out, it looks like. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, and we can really see like the big difference, I think, between a set like this versus Kata, for instance, where as soon as Drephen takes the Nana stock, his life becomes a bit easier at that point.
Yeah, no, that, like, it was a JV3. There's no denying that was very dominant, and I think a huge part of that is just like MOF not really knowing how to get in. Like it looked tough, very tough. So
yeah, it will not be the